Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're gonna do Isaac run here, and we're just gonna hop in and start shooting some molybooms, some flies. So if you haven't already heard about this game, it's getting quite popular. It's now more popular than the series has ever been. It's currently on its third installment. The first being a Flash game where didn't have much funding. Then it finally got a Steam green light and got up on the Steam market as a full release. And then the Rebirth came out. So this game is a dungeon roguelike game where you kind of just go through the dungeons, shoot things with tears, and collect items. The story kind of goes like this, where you're Isaac, a boy, and your mom gets called down from heaven, or she gets a call from heaven saying that you have been corrupted by sin, yada yada yada. She tries to kill you, you jump into your basement, and you end up in a basement full of poop, flies, and ugly creatures. The goal of the game is to shoot everything, go through the bosses, kill your mom, kill her heart, and finally, once you get farther enough into the game, you can start fighting enemies like Satan, angels, Mega Satan, and so on and so forth. So, as you can see, that golden room we went into earlier is called the treasure room, and in there you can get one item. I happen to get a really good item called Cricket's Head, which is a damage up, so every time I shoot a tier, that tier will do more damage. Alright, so this item I got right here is stem cells. This will increase my maximum health, and we're going to jump down to the next floor. So, while in the next floor, it is called Basement 2. The floors kind of work like this. You go from Basement 1 to Basement 2, Basement 2 to Caves 1, Caves 1 to Caves 2, Caves 2 to Depths 1, Depths 2 to... Depths 1 to Depths 2, Depths 2 to Womb 1, which I'll explain later, and then you go to Womb 2, and whichever, deciding on the path you take, you can either go to Sheol or the Cathedral, Chest, and then the Dark Place. So here's another treasure room. We got Mini Mush. This will decrease our size so we can dodge oncoming bullets or tears easier, and it will also give us a speed and range. So at this part, I'm just trying to go through, shoot everything, try to get the best items I can. Got hit right there. Was being careless. Picked up a devil card that will give us increased damage upon activation. It has a one-time use. We will be saving that for a further boss fight. So these are some worms. They kind of just go under the ground and pop back up. So I played this game for about 50 plus hours and then started playing it yesterday again, and I decided to record some commentary on it. Really fun game. I recommend it. $15 right now. DLC has been announced and will be coming out, and no clue how much that will cost. My guess is around $10 to $15, but it is rumored to be the size of the game itself, so it will double it completely. More items. So this game is heavily based on its replay value. There's different paths you can take, items you can get, so on and so forth, and there's 176 achievements. This game is not easy, and beating it your first time is highly unlikely. Took me probably about a day or two to finally beat the fourth boss, and 50 hours into the game. Still not that great at it. There's a few guys that you can find online who have thousands of hours on the game, never get hit. And oh yeah, so the replay value and the achievements. Tons of achievements. Like characters. As you can see at the beginning of the video, I selected Isaac, who is the main character. But there's a wheel of a ton of different characters with a ton of different stats. There's this one that can shoot a laser beam and can fly. Alright, so this is a secret room. I used the moon card to get to it. And that chest right there, the gold chest, can only be opened with a key. The one that I blew up, the stone ones, require a bomb. So right there I used the D6, which is an item that allows you to reroll one pedestal item. I rerolled the piggy bank into Virgo. I needed flight to get that black heart, but alright, so I'm gonna fight Gertie now. And Gertie is a stationary enemy that just sits there, spawns flies in these little floor warts, and shoots like a kind of a shotgun-like spray of blood at you. So it's fairly easy to fight. I got a little careless in this fight. I was pretty rusty. And I ended up losing a heart or two, I think. As you can see, it's very predictable. As soon as his head pops into his little body, you know he's going to shoot at you. All you got to do is move to the side. Little floor warts. They will grow, I think, 6 times before reaching maximum, I want to say level, and then they'll shoot you. So this, I thought, was a placenta, and I didn't know if I wanted to re-roll it, but it turned out it was a magic scab. So right here, I am going for that devil card that we dropped earlier. And these are some wall spiders. They're really simple enemies. Just move along the wall and shoot at you. Yeah, so that's pretty much this game. And in this specific run, I do end up going up to boss rush, which you'll see at the end and I'll explain then. But I stop right after the mom fight. And we'll pick up next episode there. So, running through and going down. So, in each floor, there's a little cutscene, as you can see right there. And it's usually some sad memory from Isaac's head. And basically that. So, these things are like poop, as you can probably tell. There's 3 stages of them. Littlest ones just kind of walk around. Medium ones, like, charge at you. And then the big ones kind of just spawn the little ones. We'll encounter the big ones. Alright, so this is Sin. There's 7 sins, obviously, and this one happens to be Lust. Lust is an enemy that will just run at you and do nothing. Really easy. Just walk backwards, shoot at it, and you should beat it. There's 7 sins, sloth, gluttony, greed, etc., and you get different items based on each one you kill. They're kind of a mini-boss. This is a mini-boss room of the boss. I can't remember its name, but it's like that, but it starts as a big black ball, and then breaks into the littler ones. These guys, big guys, they just kind of walk around. The headless ones shoot at you, and they have 3 different levels. The first level, when it's full body, it jumps around. Second level, it shoots the blood while walking around. And third level, it kind of just walks around while leaving a blood trail that, when touched, hurts you. These guys are like those floor warts, but they walk around. The green ones will shoot explosive shots, and the red ones will just shoot like the shotgun spray at you. So, heading through the catacombs here, or the caves. There's 2 different variations. Ran into these guys, and we see the boss room. We're just gonna open the chest and get a health up pill, or no, full health pill. Basically useless. We already had full health. We're gonna pop our devil card here for some extra damage. This boss is the husk, who will spawn flies while flying around, and that's basically it. Oh, he also like puke out spiders. But killed him really easy. Picked up the heart. Re-rolled the belt, which is a speed up, into the halo, which is all stats up. Really excited about that. Very great re-roll. And now we're just going back, running around. I think we're finding our treasure room, and we will end up getting, if I can remember correctly, we'll get something like blood rights, which will take some of our health, but it will deal damage to everyone in the room. We didn't really want that. So we ended up run into the shop and buying a battery to re-roll it. And I believe we got... I think we got... I don't know. I can't remember. But we'll see in a second here. We're going to go to the right here and find our treasure room. Go inside. We find the blood rights. Don't really want it. So we can destroy the poop and leave. Alright, so we're going to try to explore and see if we can recharge our battery, or our D6, without buying a battery. But that is not the case. I believe we are 2 off from being able to use it again, so I just decided to go into the shop and buy a battery. Batteries recharge your spacebar item, which in my case it's the D6, and they're one-time use. You pick them up, and yeah, pick them up, and you can recharge your spacebar item. That's what it is. Looking around here, deciding where I should go, and I finally decided to go to the shop. Missing a few doors here. Alright, so I see that I'm 1 penny off of buying the battery. So I destroy the fire looking for any pennies. I don't see anything. Place a bomb next to my donation machine. And a donation machine works like how you would expect it to work. You bump into it, you give it a penny. You keep bumping into it. The more you donate, you can get achievements from it and items. So, recharged my D6. Run back into our item room. Reroll, and we get money equals power. As you can see there, it said $, equals damage, which is basically self-explanatory. The more money you have, the more damage you'll do. And yeah, we're not really affecting us at this point because we only have three pennies, but that'll be it. And we're going to hop down to the next floor. This floor is the depths. And that's a machine that you can see right there. It will take some of your red hearts and give you money for it. I didn't want to do it, even though it'd be good for my money equals power. Didn't want to really risk my health. So, another one of these. Alright. So, I don't know what else to talk about this game. Alright, one thing to note is if I'm ever excited about getting something satanic, it is not because I'm a Satanist, trust me. We picked up a health pill right there, really good, and we were able to refill it with this room. But this game is kind of weird. The more satanic or gross the item is, usually the better it is. As you can see, there's skulls everywhere and poop everywhere, and you have to kill your mom in the game. You're Satan. Yeah. I bumped into it by accident there, walking through the room carelessly. So yeah, if these are the level 3 ones I was talking about, where they hop around and kind of shoot when they land. Alright, this pill is a Tears Up. Tears Up is basically your shot, no, not your shot speed. It's, rate of fire. And the stats in this game are luck, which, better chance of getting better items. Health, self-explanatory. Damage, self-explanatory. Tears is your rate of fire. Shot speed is how fast those tears fly through the air. Size isn't really a stat, but you can consider it one. That's self-explanatory. Damage reduction, it's, I would say an addition. It's not really a stat, but you can get damage reduction items. Speed, self-explanatory, and that's pretty much it. So we found our treasure room for this floor. Little wall spider, laser spider, and we got Dark Bum. Dark Bum will pick up your red hearts and drop soul hearts, which are those bluish hearts. They are one-time use hearts. Once they're gone forever. Unlike red hearts, where you can refill them. He's really good item to have when you have a lot of red hearts, because if you're keeping them full and you're not picking them up, then he can take them, like as you can see right here, he'll pick it up and he'll drop soul hearts, so you can, if your red hearts are full, he takes all your useless red heart drops and turns them into useful soul heart drops. So pretty excited about that pickup. Alright, so I think we're gonna go and fight the boss now. That boss is being the Bloat. Bloat's one of the tougher enemies. He is shooting lasers everywhere all the time, shooting things. His little eyeballs kind of fly around, and you have to dodge those while dodging his lasers, while dodging his puddles of blood, while dodging his little red balls he shoots. I was lucky enough to get my shield from my item Virgo, and I was able to just run up and Bobby Shmurda him. So he keeps hitting me with his laser, but I didn't realize it. I thought it was under the laser, and we take him out in a few seconds here. Item we get is the is it the paperclip or the pin or something? Safety pin. Evil, range, shot speed up. So our shots will go faster. Oh, that's another stat. Range, self-explanatory. Evil is those black hearts we saw earlier. It will give us one of those. We have one right now. When the black heart goes away, like when you take damage and your black heart dies, it will deal damage to all enemies in the room. So those are really good. They're kind of like upgraded soul hearts, and those are one-time uses, not refillable in any way. So destroying the poop here. I didn't see that fly over there. These guys are annoying. They have their heads like on a chain. Right, our black heart popped there, and we were able to take them all out, as you can see. These guys, pretty annoying. Little brains that leave blood trails, and whenever you touch the blood trail, you get damaged. Alright, Dark Bum picks up a half a heart right there. Little ghost babies, they teleport and shoot at you, so they'll go invisible, as you can see. Nope, he died. But you could see earlier he went invisible, teleported somewhere, and then shot at me again. These guys, I like to call them jumping jacks, because they just jump around, hop around. And they used to be like my arch nemesis. I hated these things. I would always die to them. They were too tough for me. So there, I picked up the red heart instead of giving it to my trusty bum. Alright, so this is the level 3 poop that I was talking about. He kind of just like jumps up and down and spawns the littler poops. Those are the level 2 poops. So you can see that charge at you, and then the littler ones that do nothing, really. So we're going to go in our treasure item. That thing gives you all stats up, except the only downside is it mixes your stats up. So we had a chance of losing all our damage and health and getting just range and speed. So I re-rolled it, and I got lucky enough to get Infamy, which is 50% chance of anything that hits the mask, so whatever way I'm facing, will not take damage for, and all things that will do 1 heart of damage now just do a half. So Depths 2, we're going to run back and grab this battery in case we need to re-roll our boss room item. And coming close to the end here, this is the mom fight, I believe. So we're stacked up. We got 4.5 hearts, full D6. We're going to take her on. So she has 2 things. 4 doors on each side, 1 on each side. Her eye or her belly fat will pop through, and you'll have to shoot it. And she'll spawn stuff too, as you can see. And then you'll see this little shadow come on the ground in a few seconds. Right about now. And then her foot will drop down. So you can shoot that, you can shoot her belly fat, you can shoot her eyes. And if you get too close to the doors, like that, she'll damage you. Or her hand will reach through and she'll punch you right in the face, and it fucking hurts. So yeah. Fairly easy boss. If you have good items, good damage like I do, then she should be fairly easy. Thing that's coming up really quick, Boss Rush. Boss Rush is a game mode minigame. Alright, so wait, before I decide that, these are Polaroid negative. They'll decide your paths earlier. So you get 4 choices of an item from a slot of 4. I decided to re-roll. I didn't like any of those, and I saw it in all stats up. So I grabbed that and commenced the long boss rush. So they're able to take those guys out pretty easy. So it will spawn almost every boss in the game, and you'll have to fight them all at once. They'll drop a lot of health, though, so you never really die while doing it. And then at the end, you'll get a random item. I happen to get another all stats up called the Capricorn, which is one of the signs. I think they're called birth signs or zodiac signs. That's what they're called. And there's 12 of them, and there's 12 items in the game that represent each one. Capricorn, the December one, represents all stats up. There's a few like Sagittarius gives you, or Virgo, like we got earlier, is one of them. There's Virgo, Cancer, Sagittarius, and other stuff like that. And they'll all give you a different effect. Capricorn, all stats up, like I said before. Sagittarius, piercing, shot, and speed. They'll also alter how you look a bit, just like some items in the game do. So, we're pretty lucky on our items so far. This guy, taking a while to kill. You have to hit this little, like, as you can see, it's made up of like 3 balls. It looks like a little worm snowman. And you have to hit the back ball of it, or else it won't, like, do the damage. You can also drop bombs while it's charging at you with your mouth open, and it will swallow them because it's a dumbass. And then it will blow up inside of them and do some damage. So that's what I was trying to do, because I couldn't hit that back part. Able to take her out. And yes, it's a her. It's called the Carry-On Queen. It's an annoying boss. Alright, so Dark Bomb, as you can see there. Picked up a heart, dropped me a soul heart. Very useful. Duke of Flies and Peep. Peep is based on P. Duke of Flies based on flies. It's pretty much what they do. One shoots P, one spawns flies. So you fight 2 bosses at once in this big room, and once you kill 2 bosses, 2 more will spawn. It's not like if you kill one will spawn again, so there's always 2 bosses. So, taking out Peep here. It's kind of like the Bloat, except without the laser beams. And their eyes fall out at half health and 1/3 health or something. Or 2/3 health and 1/3 health. Loki, and little jello worm looking thing, I forgot its name. Hops around. When you break it, it'll split in half, like so. And guess what happens when you break that one? Yep, splits in half. When you break that one, guess what happens? Yep, jello goes by. Probably didn't guess that one, though. But so Loki will spawn little boom flies, and he'll shoot at you, he'll teleport, and he's a pain in the ass. He's not too hard, though. He's just annoying. Pretty cool design, though. I like him. So this one takes a while. This is the next one, I believe. No. It's the next one I'm thinking of. This is Gemini and Steven. Steven is a variation of Gemini. Basically, big one charges at you, littler one shoots at you, and once you do enough damage, they'll split apart. Or once you kill the big one, the little one will start to charge at you. As you can see, it turned red, and now it's charging at me instead of shooting at me, following its little brother, or big brother in that fact. This is Larry Jr. Not too junior, considering it's a long-ass gross snake. He's like break him, and how do I explain this? When you kill him, he'll like lose a ball, or sometimes if he's low enough, he'll lose a few balls. But this is Fistula. He's the same thing as those black things we saw earlier, except instead of going into spiders, it will spawn boom flies when you kill it. So it just breaks up. So you can leave comments in the comment section. Tell me if you like this game. I really enjoy it personally, and I think it can provide for some good background gameplay. And I should be, if I do more of these, I will most likely do more live commentary so I can talk through as I go through the game. But if not, then this might be the only one. This is I'm talking about it. This is already recorded gameplay, but I might do some live commentary of this so you guys can hear my thought process and we can go through it together. This is Monstro. Oh, he's dead now. We don't have to worry about him. And that's Chad. He's dead too. So I believe this is Chub, which is kind of like Carry-On Queen, except without spawning stuff. Well, he does spawn stuff. He's basically Carry-On Queen, just reskinned. Other guy in the back is Gertie. We fought him earlier. As you could tell, some of them have like weird tints to them. Those are champion versions of a monster, and based on the color tint, it will decide how it acts differently. This specific Gertie champion type is the type that only spawns stuff, which means he'll only spawn flies and floor warts instead of shooting at us. He'll never shoot at us, so that's why you can tell I'm just kind of standing in front of him, shooting him. And yeah, so we're able to take him out pretty quickly. He's pretty easy when all he's doing is spawning stuff. These are the tough guys. Monstro 2, he's like the regular Monstro, except he has a fucking laser. And Gish is like Monstro, except he slows you a lot. These guys take a while because all they do is hop around, and you can't really stand next to them for too long or else they'll laser you or shoot you or spawn a little minion to shoot you or kill you or murder you completely. Yeah, so they just kind of hop around. They take a while to kill. They're pretty ugly looking guys. Well, at least Monster 2 is. All these bosses are pretty ugly, except for Loki. He's pretty cute. Right after this, I believe, are the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. If you don't know that story, 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse: pestilence, war, death, and it's the last famine. And they will all spawn, and it'll cycle through them, and then end up as the Fallen, which is like a demon guy, devil guy, and you'll kill him, and boss rush will be over. We've killed around 10 bosses right now. We're on our 11th and 12th. And Dark Bum's just trucking through it with us, picking up the hearts and dropping us some soul hearts as we go. Monster 2 is dead. Gish is the last one. He's not too much of a threat. He's a threat when Monstro's alive because he can slow you and then Monstro will wreck you. This is Widow and Pin. Widow is the spider. Pin is the little worm. They're really easy to kill. As you can see, they're almost already dead. This black version, I think, is the champion version where he only hops around instead of spawning spiders as well. Pin, normal Pin, he just kind of goes underground and pops up and charges at you. Hollow, he is Larry Jr.'s ugly cousin, and he goes in diagonal things, kind of like that Windows screensaver where wherever it hits a wall or something, it will go into the direction and bounce off. It's basically that mixed with Larry Jr. This is the Husk. Fought him earlier in the run. He spawns spiders, spawns flies. Easy to kill. Widow's, or not Widow, Hollow is still around, flying around there, looking all ugly. He's almost dead, and he'll fall shortly after him. So now the horse, or no, never mind. Jesus. Next, the horseman will spawn. This is probably one of the tougher ones, the Mask of Infamy and the Bloat. How do I explain? Well, we already fought the Bloat. Mask of Infamy. As you can see earlier in the run, we are fighting those hearts and masks. You can't damage the mask at all. You have to kill the heart and then the mask will die. Mask of Infamy follows a similar concept. Once you kill the heart, which is hiding in the corner right there, you can shoot the mask. The mask can only be shot in the back, though, so you have to get behind him, and sometimes he'll charge at you, and he's really annoying. So the Bloat falls pretty quickly. quicker than the original one we fought. So we're just killing the heart here while we dodge the mask. We get hit here. Yep. And heart dies pretty quickly. Heart can also shoot homing shots at you. And those can hurt. Alright, so as you can see, the back of the mask is cracked now. So we can take that out, kill him, get him over with. End his suffering. He just killed himself on some spikes. So we're pretty low now, but we shouldn't need much health. This is Pestilence. This is like a milk version of him for some reason. Basically the same guy, except I'm gonna assume it's milk. I hope it's milk. Knowing the developer, it's probably not milk, but that's Pestilence and that's Famine. Famine's the most straightforward. He kind of just charges around, and then when you kill him, his head will be there, shoots at you. Death is a tougher guy. He'll throw scythes at you like there's no tomorrow, and he's annoying. War, not really a problem. He just kind of charges around and spawns bombs, but we're just focusing on Death here, trying to get him off his high horse. Haha. Funny puns. Those are some bombs. We had to dodge those, or else they would kill us. They'd murder us. Alright, so we knocked him off his horse, and now he'll just spawn scythes while his horse runs around without a rider, as you can see right there. But we killed his horse by killing his little, like, bomb leeches. But, alright, so we're gonna focus war. And now we're gonna, I think Death is still alive, I believe. Alright, yeah, he is. As you can see, we should kill him right now. Yep. And we kill his last little head thing, and we focus war. This is the second to last wave, and yeah. He just kind of runs around. Once you knock him off his horse, he's just a big baby that charges after you. He falls down, cowers, shoots at you. Last wave, Fallen and Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman is literally the most backwards thing you've ever seen. The horse runs around, or he doesn't run around, he just kind of floats around and shoots at you while the head charges around like a horse. Really weird. Don't know who made that decision. But the Fallen's dead, the head is dead, and all we gotta do is take out this horse. And we're out of this boss rush. So, this is Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You can buy it on the store for $15 currently. It goes on sale quite frequently. And there's our item, Capricorn. Pretty happy about that. Look at our damage. Tiers get bigger with damage, by the way. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and comment if you want to see more. This is Panda. This is Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and